In today's video, we are going to talk about the 3 common things that I see in people who successfully manifest. The 3 common things, but you're going to have to watch to find out.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly.
Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you are all doing fabulous and choosing to be the version of yourself that absolutely has whatever it is that you desire. I hope that's what you're doing. Yeah? Okay. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what are the 3 common things that I see in the people who successfully manifest. Now, when I say these people, I'm talking about the people that I have worked with, people that have come to me for coaching. These are the 3 things, the 3 common themes that I see within people that actually get their desires. And the desires I'm referring to are specific person, money, health, career, change of appearance, manifesting a celebrity specific person. So there's varying things that have been manifested, but these 3 things, these 3 common attributes that are in all of these people, by choice, by the way, by choice, that have gotten them success. Now, before we jump into that, let's do some basic bitch. If you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithKimberly@gmail.com. All of my coaching options are in the drop box below. They're in the screens that just went by. I have 2 channel memberships where you get to go live with me twice a week. Yes, twice a week, depending on what group you join. Yes, I have the exclusive lives group. I go live with them every single Tuesday around 9:30 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. That is a zhuzh-only group. We only talk successes and other tips and tricks. That's it. No stories, no circumstances, none of that shit. Okay, Harriet? Barb? Okay, no circumstances. Joe, are you hearing me in the back? No circumstances. Okay. And then I have the hot seat group where I go live with my hot seat coaching group members every single Friday at 9 a.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. That is the group. Barb, Joe, Harriet, Henrietta. That's the group you want to join if you want to come in and ask me specific questions about your circumstances. And if you join that group, the hot seat group, you have access to both of the channel memberships. So you get to see this sexy little face twice a week. Okay? You get to hang out with me. All right? So if that's something you'd be interested in, the join button should be somewhere along the lines where it says subscribe. And hey, if you're new here, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and yes, I am always like this. And if you can handle this, I would love for you to subscribe and come back and join me. If you are as obsessed with getting what you want as I am, then we are going to be really good friends. We're really going to like each other. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come back and see me, okay? So enough of this. I have TikTok, I have Instagram, blah, blah, blah. You can find me everywhere. Everything's under Manifesting with Kimberly. And if you really like hanging out with me, I do have my other channel called Kimberly's Other Life, and all of that shit is in the drop box below. Okay? So let's get to it. 3 common attributes. I can't even say it. Attributes that I see in people that successfully manifest. Let's start with the first one. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yep. With these peeps, and of course I'm including myself when I'm talking about these peeps because I have obviously successfully manifested, and I know great change came when I was at the place of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's what all these other peeps, that's all the place they were in. They were sick of shit. They were sick and tired of not getting what they wanted in their 3D reality. They have had enough. They reached the threshold level. And I know some of you out there are having that very same experience right now. Well, good. Use that energy behind your sick and tired of being sick and tired mindset to propel you into the decision to be yourself. Utilize that. Utilize it. And that's what these successful people did. They decided enough was enough. They reached their own breaking point. And listen, it's not that I'm desiring for people to feel like they're on the edge, but sometimes certain states feel really super comfortable, a little too comfortable. And we get, kind of used to being in just this status quo place. And that doesn't mean that it's always an enjoyable state, but yet it still feels comfortable. And one of those is the victim state. The victim state is a very deceiving state, very deceiving. Because as much as you want your desire, being in that state feels so normal and natural to you because you've probably been in it most of your life. So it feels comfortable. It feels safer. That victim state, it feels too natural, too comfy for some of you. Too comfy. And you want to get to the place of sick of being a victim. Sick of it. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. And what the next attribute is kind of stems from that sick and tired of shit mindset. Determination. These people, including myself, were determined. They were determined to experience change. That attribute, that feeling state of being sick and tired of the same old unhappy, unfulfilling shit in the 3D brought about their own damn determination to have what they want. They were determined. They were willing to allow change to happen. And the change I'm referring to is the change of self. Determination, okay? Discipline, willpower. And listen, you're hearing me use words that sound like efforting. And we shouldn't have to effort, okay? Manifestation is not about efforting. It's about being. But when we're in a victim state, we got to get to the place where we're willing to let the victim state go. And that is the number 3. It's willing to sacrifice your wallowing and whining time that you're unhappy. And that is something, a very common attribute that I have seen in the people I've worked with, including myself, that they got to a place where they realize it's just not fucking worth it to sit and whine and bitch about what you're not happy about. It's not worth it anymore. There's no satisfaction from that bitching time anymore because they were sick and tired of being sick and tired. Because they were determined to have change. They were determined. They were willing to sacrifice the fucking victim state. Now, why do you think they're successful now? Why do you think they got their manifestation? They made change. They decided to be a new self. And I'm really, really wanting you to hear the number 3 attribute there. Sacrificing the victim state. I know that some of you out there are manifesting, specific people. And, some of you are having the experience that specific people, you have had intermingles with them and they've let you down. They've disappointed you in some way. And you're bitter and angry about that. And I understand. In a really twisted way, sometimes manifestation sounds like it's the free pass for that other person. It's like giving them the pass for their bad behavior. And that's not what you're doing. That's not what this is. It's not a free pass for them, for SPs. It's not. It's how much longer are you going to sit in shit? How much longer are you going to sit and bitch about what they didn't do right, or what they never did, what they never even seemed to show you that they even, were in love with you? All the things that I know you can comfortably tell me how they let you down, how they didn't choose you, how they didn't show you love. And I believe you. And your feelings are always valid. But when is enough enough? When are you going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired? When is your desire more important than your bitch session? When? Because listen, it's never about blaming and shaming on my channel, but let's keep it real. You don't have what you want because of who you're being. And that sounds kind of mean. I know it does. I don't mean it that way. Be willing to let your victim state go. Let it go. Sacrifice the victim state and choose new self instead. Let your new self feel more comfortable, more natural for you. Let it happen. Choose it. Be determined enough to say, I'm willing to stop talking about the things I don't like. I'm willing to stop. I'm willing to stop marinating in circumstances of shit. I'm willing to let it go so I can get what I want. I was that victim. I was that person that really enjoyed bitching. I was that person that wanted people to listen and hear how I have been wronged, how I have been mistreated, and how I'm not going to stand for this injustice. And listen to how I told that person off. That was me. But at the same time, I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting what I wanted in my 3D. Victim state is so deceiving. And I know for some of you, those little bitch sessions where you're bitching about how SP has let you down. They're not showing up the way you want. They've broken your heart. I know that in the moment, it almost feels good to bitch. But you know as well as I do that when that little bitch session is over, you don't feel good. You don't feel fulfilled. You're not glad that you sat and bitched about it again. Again. Because you know damn well you've done it more than once. Successful manifestors, and mind you, you're all successful. You're all successfully manifesting. Every single one of you are. Some of you don't feel like that, and that's because you're choosing to do it in the wrong direction. By wrong direction, I mean the shit direction, where you keep getting more of what you don't want, but you're successfully manifesting. But when you want to be a successful manifester, claiming that you've got that desire that you've been dreaming of, you've got it, it's here. Those are the three things. Those things. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. Determination. And the sacrificing of the victim state. Being willing with that determination that when you find yourself going back to the old habit of bitching and whining and talking about what you don't like, being able to say, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to feed into this today. I'm not going to do it. For as much as I want to, I'm not going to do it. I had to do that. That was an actual moment. Like I remember doing it. I was at work. I was at the desk I was working at, and it was a standing desk. And I was standing there and, I had that juicy, I'm about to get into a good bitch session feeling in my body. And I started talking to one of my coworkers and I felt myself doing it. And a little voice in my head said, here you go again. Here you go again. Whining, bitching about what you don't like in life and what you don't like about this person and what you're unhappy with. Here you go. Here you go again, Kim. And I remember literally in my mind saying, yeah, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to feed into it. I'm not going to do it. And I wanted to do it. But I chose differently. That day, I'll never forget it. That day, I'm like, yeah. I looked at my coworker who was totally, fully, absolutely expecting me to go off and repeat the same shit I repeat every other fucking time I was bitching about SP. Don't remember my exact words in that moment. I just remember that, yeah, I'm not going to do this today. Feeling, I'm not going to do it. And I didn't do it. And we changed the subject and, moved on from there. But that was my first choice. That was my first time choosing new self. Back then, I didn't understand states of consciousness and selves. I didn't understand any of that back then. But I know now that's what I was doing. I sacrificed the victim state. So yeah, those are the top 3 things that I see in successful manifestors. And guess what? You can have those things too. You can have those attributes too. You can be a successful manifester. I mean, technically, even right in this moment, you still are. You already are one, right? But I'm talking about successfully manifesting the things you do want. Start today. Let today be the day you stop pissing and moaning about what you don't like. Just today. Can we do it today? Can we get through today? I think you can. I believe in you. So on that note, all of this is really just a friggin' decision. It's a decision. It's a decision to allow yourself to change, to become the new self that can have the desire. Choose. You're not letting anybody get away with anything. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're allowing yourself to be happy. You're allowing yourself to get what you want. If I can do it, absolutely anybody can do it. One of these days, I'm going to have to bring in somebody that, is not like a bestie who will have my back no matter what. I need to bring someone on so they can confirm to you what kind of a person I used to be. So you can see the difference. You can see the change. I had to sacrifice that shit too. But my God, I'm so glad I did. And I don't dislike my old self. I'm thankful for her because she's the one that had to make the decision. And she is what helped get me here in this self. Some of you are way too hard on yourselves. Beating yourself up is not helping you become new self. It's just a decision. So on that note, for real, I'll see you tomorrow.